Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord.com, and I've got another one for you. This one is called the Ripple Bar by Anita Riordan, and pretty cool bar. It's reminiscent of the one that I did a while ago. I think I called it the Cabbie. Very similar, but different at the same time. And what I have here, I have 6 feet of this B spec camo, pretty cool color, and then royal blue to go with it. What I've already done is connected the two together. I fused them in the middle, and I flattened the ends on this end so that it's easier to go through the buckle. So the first thing I want to do is go down through the top of the buckle, open up the 2 long ends there. Sorry about that. Make sure I'm zoomed. Right, there we go. So you're going to open up the long ends there, put them through the middle, and then grab hold of the short ends and pull everything through. And if you did it right, you should have a cinched up knot that looks just like that, and that's called the cow's hitch. That's how you attach the buckle. Now you're going to flip your buckle over. I like to run the paracord through my fingers so that you can get rid of all the twisting. And then you're going to flip your buckle back over so the front side is facing up, and just run your paracord up through the buckle and pull all your excess through except just a little bit, and that should give you 2 loops just like that. That's what you're going to tie your bracelet with. Alright, so we can open this up now. Now what you want to do at this point is you want to take your measurement. So you want to measure, in this case you go to the edge of the brace or the buckle here, and then you go to the ledge on the buckle right here, right where my fingernail is at. You don't want to measure this part because that part's going to be inside of the buckle and you don't count that. Alright, so I'm going to set my bracelet up to about that length there. I'm not really doing a specific length on this one. And you want to get your paracord off to the right and the left, so it's going to look just like this. And then we're just going to tie a Solomon, regular old Solomon. So you're going to take your left cord over the center. Your right cord goes over that one. Go around the back, and then up through this loop on the left. And then you just pull this tight and cinch her up, right up to the buckle. Make it nice and tight. At this point you want to just double check your length to make sure the buckle didn't slip. Alright, so this one's pretty easy. What you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing you do on the right as you do on the left. So the first thing you want to do, take your right cord, go around the back. You're going to go behind just the first cord on the right. Bring it up through the center. You should have a loop on the right now. So then you're going to go down through that loop. And that's all you're going to do. Real easy. Now this design, you can do this 3 times, 2 times, 4 or 5 times, and then you're going to cross over with the Solomon. So that was 1. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Start with going behind the first cord, come up through the center, and then poke the cord down through that loop on the left. And then cinch this up. Now the one with the Cabbie, the one that I did that was the Cabbie, you actually looped around 2 center strands, not just 1. Other than that, it's the same tie. One of my favorite ties, by the way. Never really caught on though, I'm not really sure why. Alright, so I think I'm going to do a 3-loop version of this. So we're going to create another loop on the right, go behind the first cord here, around it, and then down through that loop. And pull her tight. We're going to do one more. You want to make sure these are nice and tight because you don't want any light showing through. create the loop, go behind the cord, go around over top and down through that loop. Should look something like this. Now, let me zoom in on this just so you can see what you're doing, and I'll explain. So this cord here is going to go under one of your main inner cords, come up over, and then you're going to poke it down through that loop. Pretty simple. And you do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so this is the third one. Get that nice and tight and uniform with the others. There we go. Alright, let me do this one real quick. Create the loop on the left, come up through the middle, and down through that loop. So that's number 2. We're going to do one more. Just like that. Create that loop, go behind that cord, up through the center, over that center cord, and down through the loop on the left. Going to be one of the easiest ties you've ever done, hopefully. Alright, now when you get to this point, I would recommend starting with one side and using that starting side as you go down so the colors alternate. So I'm going to take my left cord over the 2 center strands, just like the Solomon or the Cobra. Take my right cord over that left cord, go around the back with it, and then up through the loop. And what this does, this connects your 2 inner cords so they don't separate, because if you don't do this, you'll end up with 2 separate cords. And we'll just cinch this up nice and tight. There we go. And then you just repeat that process. I'll do a couple more just so you can see this. But you're going to create a loop on the right, up through the center, and down through that loop. So I got to give a shout out to John Morin. He created the intro that you saw on this video. And that's the intro I'm going to be using for the rest of my videos. Turned out really good. I really like it. Came up with a concept. I ran it past him. He did exceptional work on that. Really happy with it. Alright, so there's 2. And we got one more to do here. And that is... you know what? I think while I was talking, I messed up. See, this last one, I went over the top. And that's not the right way to do it. You want to go underneath, not over. I messed up on that one. Alright, so there's number 2. I'll do the third one, and then I'm going to break away and finish the rest of this bracelet for you guys. Alright, well, that should be plenty of instruction. I'm going to finish up this bracelet and I'll be back to show you how to complete it. Alright, so I'm down to the bottom here, and what I need to do is I'm probably only got enough room for 1 or 2 more, but it's getting harder and harder to come up through the middle here. So what I might have to do is use my pliers. Could use the fids, but I just don't feel like using them right now. Alright, 1. 2. I think I can only do 2 here. And then we'll finish with the Solomon. Yep, I think I'm only going to be able to get 2 out of this one. That's okay though. one more here. And then we're going to finish this up with a Solomon. Some people call it a Cobra. Same thing. Now I want you to notice one thing that I did too. If you look at the center strand here, you got blue, and then the camo, blue, camo, blue, camo. You always want to make sure that you're alternating that one when you do your Solomon, when you cross it over. Alright, now I can cut my end. Use this torch lighter, which is kind of hard for me to do right now because I can't see the flame, but I think I got it there. And then use the smoothing tool to get that smoothed over real nice. Cut this side. And we'll do the same thing with this side. Yeah, I gotta be really careful. Do it this way. There we go. It's a lot easier when you can see the flame. That I cannot do right now. Alright, there you have it. I've got, out of the 6 feet of this color, I've got about 1.5 feet, and same thing with the other color. And let me measure this just to see where we're at. We're at 8.5 inches. So for an 8.5 inch, looks like we used about 9 feet total of paracord. There it is, though. That is the Ripple Bar by Anita Riordan, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/paracord on. And until next time, paracord on.